Jangan kau nak macam.
Mr. Speaker, Walgreens is planning to close yet another pharmacy in the Massachusetts 7th, this time on Warren Street in Roxbury, a community that is 85% Black and Latino. This closure is a part of a larger trend of abandoning low-income communities like the previous closures in Mattapan and Hyde Park, both in the Massachusetts 7th. When a Walgreens leaves a neighborhood, they disrupt the entire community, and they take with them baby formula, diapers, asthma inhalers, life-saving medications, and of course, jobs.
Jamaica Ave, Walgreens, stores closed. Woo. Wow. Wow. Woo. Wow. What happened?
Every day of my life.
What happened? What happened? But what happened? People what? People thieving, stealing?
They don't tell me, man.
I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yo, bro, I'm in Walgreens. Look at the fucking fridges, man. Look at the fridges, bro. What that shit say? What is it? Wave to speak. It's probably Yo, bro.
All right, guys. Here's another major company / pharmaceutical store. Walgreens are closing their doors. What's going on, man? They about to be closing down, man. Now, this makes you think, what other major company may close down that we know of, man? What about the H-E-B's, Walmarts, you know what I'm saying? Major stores like that, man. Our most important companies or stores, man. I mean, this don't look good.
Hey, Shalom, Kohala, Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai Bashim, Hadash. The ones of the apostles of great millstone, and shalom to brothers in the highways and byways, doing the work sincerely and faithfully and continually fighting the good fight of faith. Lord willing, we're found that number to be the living. But until then, we're going to keep pushing, bringing out the prophecies, and you know, doing the work that we need to do to hopefully, you know, seal a seat on a chariot to be delivered from the said destruction. All right. So as you've been seeing, you know, and this is nothing new. Brothers have been going through these. We've been seeing these videos. They've been popping up. But things are starting to speed up now. All right. And I believe I'm going to entitle this lesson, Reality is Setting In. Okay. And with that being said, you know, before you know it, it's going to be on and popping where you ain't going to be able to go anywhere to buy anything. All right. With these store closures, with these, you know, new digital access, you know, freezers and coolers, you know, again, it's all revolving around the MOTB, which is, I mean, they're flowing, man. They're steadily flowing. All right. This is Revelation 13. I'm gonna jump down to 16 and 17, and it says, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that have the mark. All right. And that's the point, that no man's going to be able to buy or sell, save he who have that mark. All right. It was all fun and games. It was all fun and games when, you know, none of these lock freezers were on the horizon. It was all fun and games when, you know, people didn't see any sign or signs of this prophecy coming to pass. All right. Now that the reality is starting to set in, people ain't going to be talking too much more, man. You know, all you individuals who is out there talking about that's not what it is. It's a potato chip and so on and so forth, having fun with it. All right. And let's think about this now. Let's really think about this. When you try to go somewhere and access food, gas, clothing, and you can't, then you're going to know. Then you're going to understand that what we have been prophesying about and preaching about over these past few years is exactly what the scripture said it was going to be, man. There's no way around it. And if you can't see it right now and understand it right now, then you may end up taking that device to be a part of this system. And this is why, again, prayer is so important, man. Pray that Yahweh Shem Yahushai keeps you, safe from that time period when it comes, man. Okay? When that time of temptation comes upon the earth. Now it's getting serious. Now people are starting to talk. Where you guys at? Where you guys speaking at? Can I come down there? How can I learn more? People writing on comment boards. People are sending messages. Why? Because now the Lord is putting that spirit out there. All right? These bankers and these elites who rule this world, they're not biting their tongues no more, man. They're not backing down and saying, "Oh, it's not that." No, they're throwing it right in your face, man. All right. So if you don't have that device, you are not going to buy anything. You are not going to buy a damn thing. Isaiah 65:13. It says, "Therefore thus saith the Lord, power, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry." Right. Because, it's one thing to say, "Oh yeah, I'm not going to take that chip. I'm not going to take it." Well, what you going to do? You don't believe in this word. You don't believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So you just going to decide to not take the chip, and then what? Who's going to help you? Who's going to be that mediator for you to get you some food? Because Esau damn sure ain't going to be like, "Yeah, you can draft up an exemption letter and we're going to let you just slide up in the store and purchase anything you want every Tuesday and Thursday." They're going to call it Exemption Tuesday and Thursday. Those who don't receive the mark can come on in because we accepted your exemption letter. Bullshit. You ain't eating. All right? And this is why the Lord is saying, "My servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed." And it's coming, man. And it's coming faster than you think. Those who aren't paying attention, those who think it's just going to be you see, and this is another thing. The so-called American people, man, the pride that they have within themselves, and they think that they can overcome this system or overthrow, this so-called, digital system. The other problem is they're not accepting the fact that this is the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. This is the prophecy of the Lord, man. And this is why these things are happening as it has been written. There's going to be a mark upon the foreheads and in the right hand. See, once you take the Lord out of this equation, now people can just do all kinds of junk science in there. They can do whatever they want. They can believe whatever they want. But the Lord said what? His word will never go out void. So this is going to stand. This is going to happen, whether you believe it or not. And you're going to believe it when it comes to a city near you. And when you try to just waltz up in one of these stores thinking you're just going to go grab a couple things. It ain't happening, man. It's definitely not going to happen. All right? So when the Lord said these things are going to be for his servants, and his servants aren't going to suffer certain things, who is he talking about? He ain't talking about the average nigga that's out there running his mouth, talking shit. Right? Continuing on. This is 2 Ezra 15 and 58. It says, and they that be in the mountains shall die of hunger, right? Because, you know, all you cats who talking about you going off the grid, yeah, babe, we going off the grid. We gonna go up in the mountains and the hills and get up there because nobody's gonna find us. What did the Lord say? They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger. So you ain't escaping the Lord, man. You ain't escaping the judgment, man. And again, this is all judgment coming down. Everybody wants to try to, you know, be a step ahead of the Lord, or try to, you know, outsmart the Lord. And it says, and eat their own flesh and drink their own blood, for very hunger of bread and the thirst of water. All right. So you're gonna go up in them hills just to starve and die, man. You going off the grid to die. You know how many times we've been hearing, you know, all these people, Israelites, Edomites, all of them, all across the board. Yeah, we going off the grid and we're gonna go get our own place and in the woods and live off the land. What are you talking about? There's gonna be no such thing as living off the land. All right. Do you not read do you not hear what's being said here? They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger. So what happened to this living off the land? That's your idea. That's what you think. You think you're gonna go up there and go fishing, you know, get a bow and arrow and go shoot some venison down. The Lord's gonna make that shit disappear, man. You ain't gonna be up there looking and catching no fish and eating, you know, all kinds of animals up there. You're going to eat your children. You're going to eat them dead bodies. Shit, you may even start gnawing on your own damn arm. All right? So there's no way out of this thing, man. This thing is going to blanket this new system, this digital system is going to blanket the whole earth. No matter where you go, no matter what country, what continent, what state, what city, what town, what mountain. Esau, the Lord is giving Esau the power to sew this thing up with this new digital currency and this new digital, you know, way of life, if you will. You ain't just going to just be on your own and, you know, thinking that you outsmarted everybody. Now, this little quick article. This says Kroger brings digital smart screens to 500 locations. You know, 500. All right. Now, this was dated May of 2023, so it's fairly recent. And who knows how much more has been installed since this time period. Now, the videos we were just watching about the Walgreens, you know, again, the market is being sold up and cornered up. And I believe the last stores that are going to get these smart screens is Walgreens. But then again, Walgreens may not even have to use the flat screens. They may use the whole entrance. You going into the store. It may be one of them situations. All right. But to know that these smart screens and to know that these stores are shutting down, to know that, you know, you're going to have some type of electronic device or digital device fixed or implanted or embedded in on the body to get food, to have access to food and water. All right. It says brief. Kroger's is bringing digital smart screens to 500 of its stores across the U.S. per a recent announcement. The Kroger's is expanding its partnerships with Cooler Screens, which makes digital smart screens after a 3-year pilot. All right, and again, these things they may classify it as a pilot, they may classify it as a test run, but all in all, understanding the scriptures, this is going to be a permanent thing, man. It says the in-store technology aims not only to improve the shopper's experience, but also bolster Kroger's retail media offerings, the announcement noted. All right, I'm not going to read too much of this because basically the bottom line is they're getting these smart screens. In order to access these coolers and these freezers in these stores, you're going to have some type of a digital device, man. Okay? It's going to have to be some type of digital device. Where we at here? I ain't got no glasses, so I can't even see a damn thing. Let me get this here. Ecclesiastes 12:4. It says, "And the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low." Now that video was, there was a state representative from Boston here, and she was, talking to Congress or whatever, talking about the closings of the Walgreens. Now, at the end of the day, nobody really shops at Walgreens. They're too goddamn expensive, first and foremost. All right? And this is why a lot of these Walgreens are being, shut down any damn way, because nobody really shops there. All right? But these Walgreens, I believe, these Walgreens that are getting these digital freezers are going to be the ones where you're going to have to go to get your medication and all this other shit. So they're not closing all of them. All right? But a lot of them that are being closed, again, you got your big stores, you got your Walmarts, you got your super Walmarts. They have everything you need at discount prices, so-called discount prices, including the pharmacy. All right? But it's all coming to pass, man. It says, "And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low." All right. So again, going back to, what's happening with these stores and these store closures. These CEOs and these, these presidents of these stores, they know what's happening. They know what's coming. They know what's going on. So with that being said, the last lesson I did was, on the lines of also speaking of the so-called incentive that, they may use to get people to take it. There's $2,000, a month for who knows how long. That sounds enticing. People who are all about this society and just being content being here, they're going to drink that right up, man. They're going to suck that right down. Yep. Until they spring some type of caveat on you. Oh, by the way, we didn't tell you this. You have to, do X, Y, Z and whatever. But we have the hope for the elect. We're going to maintain, our integrity in the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And Lord willing, he finds us, worthy to be protected and defended when these things start coming down, man. And it's just another warning to the masses when brothers bring videos out, bring, scriptures out, bring news articles out. These are the warnings from the Lord, man, to let you know that the Lord is about to strike. And if you ain't prepared and you're going to get caught out there in the crosshairs, then that's on you, man. That's on you. All right. So I'm going to end it right there. So Lord willing, what little bit of information was brought up was edifying. Went through a couple of scriptures. And again, we all understand this is coming to the point, man, which we've been prophesying about. And I'd like to see, where all these other guys are who through the years was just talking shit and, yipping and yapping and not standing fast on what the scriptures have been saying, man. The time has come. And the reality is about to set in. And when you wake up one morning and all of a sudden you can't buy nothing and you ain't got no more debit card and you have no means to the banking institutions What are you going to do then, man? You done laughed at the prophets. You done scoffed and scorned and mocked the Lord's prophets. Now what you going to do? And it's coming. It is coming. And any and everybody who fought against and came against the Lord's prophets and the Lord's servants concerning this matter, you're going to be bad. You're going to be in bad shape, man. All right, so with that, I'm going to say shalom.